Well, we left off. Yeah, the just vengeance of sinners that punish always the offense of the ungodly. But thou art God, art gracious and true, long-suffering, and in mercy ordering all things. For if we sin, we are thine, knowing thy power, but we will not sin, knowing that we are counted thine. For to know thee is perfect righteousness, yet to know thy power is the root of immortality. For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us. I love that. Like, despite me living in this world, I did not let the riches of men, the material making of men, deter me from wanting wisdom, for wanting to go deeper, for knowing that's just surface. I can't get fooled by this shit. I can see a lot of poor character with people who have a lot of material shit. So that can't be the answer I'm looking for. Right? For neither did the mischievous inventions of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diver colors, the painter's fruitful labor, the sight of colors. Wherefore, yeah, kind of like the shit they use in advertisement and they tell you to your face. Ain't that some shit? They tell you this shit to your face. That they using psychological color theory to entice you to buy shit. And you fall for it and you don't care. Yeah, you don't, a lot, they just don't care. Yeah, they don't care. They like, yeah. Yeah.
What? You. Oh no.
Yeah. These are the same men and women that will turn their nose up in the air towards people and frown because colors. Because fabric, bitch. Because of fabric, because of a shoe style, because of a coat, because of a car. These are the motherfuckers. This is what it's talking about. These motherfuckers right here. Yeah. That are moved by outward appearance. Yeah. Deceived. They've been deceived. But not you. Not you. Yeah. The sight whereof entices fools. They're called fools. People who are enticed by outward appearance are called fools, and they, what? Lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image. Dead.
What?
That's why I said, even when you look at fruit, even when you look at fruit that falls from a tree, it's dead. It's dead. Once it drops, yeah, that connection to the tree, it's gone. Now's the point. People eat it, right? But it's dead. It's done. You harping on it, it's done. It's same thing with creativity. Once it's created, it's out there, it's done. The process, I'm telling you, people don't value processes. The processes is where it's at. The processes is where it's at. Just like in my spiritual growth, I get so much satisfaction because of the processes that I reflect on. Once the manifestation comes, it's already dead. It's done. It had already been done through the process of the spiritual, working. I was already in that experience. What I share with people on social media, that's crumbs. That's crumbs. What I'm sharing right now is crumbs. This has already passed. For me to even speak what I'm speaking, this has already passed through my system. It's nothing. Master, don't even eat from the crumbs of the table. That's what I'm being reminded of that script. When that person said, at least, give me the crumbs, because I'm in a situation where, shit, I need to take anything because I understand how far removed, how foolish I am. I'll take the crumbs. Yeah? That's not God or source belittling someone. That's someone recognizing their station and wanting to be better. Fuck, I'll take the crumbs because I don't even got the fucking crumbs, bitch. I'll take the crumbs. Yeah. That's why I said them little gems of truth here and there. The wooing, the advances of the divine towards one. Yeah. If you want to look at that as crumbs, you can. Or can it be a beginning of a relationship? A beginning of a relationship. Taste and see type shit. Just taste it. Just get it. Yeah, like you're the vessel, so only you can say what you hear, how that sits with you. Nobody can tell you that. That's just like when you eat food. And somebody says, oh, I can say, oh, I want to take you to this restaurant. I want you to try this food. And you go, okay. And the waitress sets the plate before you and you're like, ooh. And you taste it. And then you have the person who tasted it too already and wanted you to have that experience. And, oh, how does it taste? How does it taste? And you're like, oh my God, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, that feedback, that's supposed to be genuine from you. That's not you supposed to be telling somebody what they want to hear. When somebody says, hey, how does it taste? They're really saying, hey, how does that register with your body? How does that register with your system? I want to know, because for me, this feels amazing. I love this dish. I wish for you to try it because I want to see if this is the same reaction you get too. And then there's something that we can relate to, right? But like I said, a lot of people can't relate because they're not tasting. Yeah, they're not even giving it a shot. They like I said, they swipe left on the divine's advances towards them. And then they get mad at people out here calling themselves chosen. Listen, it's semantics. It's semantics. But nevertheless, it's a person acknowledging their experience with source and not allowing nobody to squander that. Yeah, and you mad at that because what? You want to squander it too because you feel like that's not happening in your life? Is it? Or are you swiping left on the grace? Every time it comes to you, swipe left. Don't get mad. Yeah, stop swiping left and receive the grace to taste what it is that we're experiencing at this time. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so they desire the form of a dead image that has no breath, right? Something that that's not even living, you put your hope in. Yeah, but they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. Meaning that's your lot. That's your lot. This is what I'm hearing. This is your lot. You wish to put your hope in material things and things that are outside of you, which was created by a man's mind. By the way, you would probably want to put more value in your mind than in the creation, because that's where the creation comes from. So since you want to put your trust in this, that's your lot. That's your lot. Yeah, that's what belongs to you. That's for you. So we understand why you cry and you kick and scream when this shit goes. That's why you feel lost. You feel at war with yourself. You don't know what to do. You got these sob ass stories that you want to share with everybody because of this devastation of your material things. Yeah. And the righteous is not going to empathize with that. They're just not going to sympathize with that. Because they know that, yeah, you don't have to be in that position. You don't have to value these things above yourself. You choose to do that. And it's very foolish to do that because it took somebody to create that for it to even exist. So why even do that? Why even put yourself through that fucking pain? You like drama. Yeah, you like drama. And we're going to leave you to your drama because that's your lot. Yeah, that's what you chose. Yeah, and get mad at everybody that don't believe in the shit you believe in. Yeah, for the potter, tempering soft earth, fashioned every vessel with much labor for our service, yet the same clave he maketh both vessels that serve for the clean uses, and likewise also who serves for the contrary. But what's the use of either sort? The potter himself is the judge. So he's pretty much saying, yeah, he can see a contrast. This is what I understand. There's a contrast. There's those who align with source, and there's those who don't. And the ones who don't are used for the contrary. That's why I said it's almost like they're the equipment for training. Those who wish to use their free will to not align with source end up becoming the equipment the righteous need to strengthen their spiritual muscles and get better. That's by choice. That's not the divine having favor on nobody. That's just you choosing not to align with the divine, and you get used as a tool to make us better. Yeah, by your choice. Yeah, so yeah, it is what it is. But what is the use of either sort? The potter himself is a judge. Yeah, the judgment lies with source. This ain't our judgment. This ain't man's judgment. This is order being set. You aligning with order. If you don't align with order, you are on the contrary, and you're going to be used as a tool to sharpen those who are aligned with order. Yeah? I don't know who would desire to do that in their right mind. Who would want that? Not me. And employing his labors lewdly, he makes a vain god of the same clay, even he, which is a little before was made of the earth himself, within a little after returneth to the same, out of which he is taken when his life, which is lent him, shall be damned, demanded, right? So him and his creativity is going to go to the soil. Yeah, but he put his hope in the creativity as if the creativity was greater than him. But both of them die. Pretty much. Both of them die and wither away. And brought to nothing. Because wisdom wasn't there. Right? Wisdom, what did he say? Wisdom brings immortality. If you deny wisdom, you deny immortality. Yeah? Notwithstanding his care is not that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short, but striveth to excel goldsmiths and silversmiths, and endeavor to do the like the workers in brass, and counted it glory to make counterfeit things. Yeah, counterfeit to the divine productivity that happens within. The true gold, the true minerals, the true elements happens on the inside. So much so you can govern the shit on the outside if you really get there. If you really get that. Yeah? This is why I'm hearing, this is why they called the women of old witches. Because they were so tuned in, tapped in within themselves, they could control the elements. Yeah? You get upset, thunder start coming. You get upset, rain start coming, bitch. You so tapped into the divine and then the goddamn earth. Yeah, shit start happening. Yeah? When you walk in your divinity. That's what I said. There's so much information that speaks to this. This speaks to these sentient beings, the creation, always the creation. This one, creation. You got to know if the creation is sustained by source too, by way of that which was created to sustain it. It understands those that are operating contrary to that energy, and it does not stand with you. It does not stand with you. This is like, I'm reminded of Cinderella. This is why you have movies like this. They tell little truths. When Cinderella was outcasted by her stepmother and them stepsisters, who did she have support? The creatures. The creatures. And people, I know it's like, oh, it's fairy tale, but it's not. It's not. Yeah, it doesn't mean they're going to be talking to you and all this stuff. It's, you're in alignment. When you're in alignment with the divine, everything speaks to you. The trees, the birds, everything is like beautiful. When you see the face of God, when you see, they say nothing but the pure in heart shall see God. When you see God, you see what God created. You honor the creation. The creation sees you. It feels your aura. Yeah. If dogs can sense, they say dogs can sense fear. Animals can sense fear. You don't think these animals know all their owners are fearful? These races, you don't think these animals know? They just like us. Yeah. They understand their situation. They understand the hand that feeds them. I told you there's no loyalty in theft. When it comes to the divine, maybe their dog would be in defense of them up against, yeah, like that scripture was saying, between the ungodly and the sinner. Between these motherfuckers that are on the same team, that dog might be defensive. But that dog ain't going to be defensive towards us. They understand our aura. They understand our energy. When they bark, that's language. That don't mean they mad. See, that's wisdom. It will even tell you that. They speaking it like a bird tweets, right? Dogs bark. That might sound vicious to somebody who's fearful, but not to somebody that's walking with the divine. That's the language of a fucking dog, bitch. That don't offend me. That motherfucker is acknowledging my presence. Yeah. Just like the birds be greeting my ass when I go outside too. Yeah, that don't mean they gotta be frolicking to me and be in my hands and I gotta be like, yeah, but I see them. I understand. This is why it's hard for me to have a pet now. Cause I'm like, I wouldn't want to be taken from my mother. Yeah, they got experiences they supposed to be experiencing too. And you taking them away from these experiences and you made them slaves to you. You don't think they got an animosity towards you, and when they wake the fuck up, they ain't gonna have a problem with you? Yeah. Y'all better recognize. That's why I said, y'all building all these, like, you trying to build all this protection and security, and that very protection and security is gonna be your enemy. Yeah. Yeah, when these lights really come on all over. Yeah. Just like anything else. Some are just waiting. They just need the incentive. They need to see more. And it's not a bad thing. They just need this. Is this real? Is this really real? Yeah, we've been duped so much. So many people have come along and said a lot of shit. I've tried so many shit. I've been to so many churches, so many therapy sessions, so many organizations and meetings and shit like that. Is this really real that's happening right now that I'm seeing with different people? Is this really happening? Some just need, they gonna be waiting a little bit till they really start seeing more of this. And then it's gonna be like, oh, this is getting real. Yeah. That's why I said it's always about power, right? I know why a lot of these kids have joined. And it may speak to yourself too, because at one point you probably was a kid and you joined these certain organizations and shit because that's what you was taught to do. But a lot of them did this because they seen power in that. But you about to see that's fiat power. You about to see real power. And then that's what's going to get a lot of these young ones' attention, because it's always about power. It's not biased. They not biased. It's about power for them. If they don't see you winning, they're not listening to you. That's why a lot of them don't even listen to their parents, and they go on with other people and they making money, going on YouTube, all this other stuff, because they're not listening to all this, because they don't see their parents winning. They don't see them winning. They're like, oh, you don't look like you winning. The smart ones, that you don't look like you winning. I'm about to listen to this stranger out here because, yeah, you just stuck in your bubble, mom. You need to live a little bit. Go out there, go meet some people, because y'all stuck in this bubble over here and you really think this is the world, and it's not. Yeah, too many people out here waking up and seeing there's so much more to life than all this mundane shit. Get down. And they're connecting with like-minded people that are just from all walks of life. It's spiritual. It's spiritual. It don't got shit to do with race and color and all that other shit. It has everything to do with spirit. Kindred spirits. Kindred spirits. That's what I'm hearing. Just kindreds. They know. They probably know each other from a past life too. They just know. Yeah, and employing his labors lewdly, he makes a vain god of the same clay, even he which is a little bit before was made of earth himself, and within a little while after returneth to the same. Like, yeah, both him and his creativity turn to the dust. Yeah, from the touch that you came, and to the dust you will return. Right? Notwithstanding his care is that he shall have much labor, nor that his life is short. But he strives to excel in goldsmith, silversmith, and endeavors to do the light of the workers in brass, and counted it his glory to make counterfeit things. His heart is ashes, his hope is more vile than earth, and his life of less value than clay. For as much as he knew not his maker, and him that inspired him to be an active soul, and breathed life a living spirit. But they counted our life. Now see, this is where I think this is where he transitions, and he's going to start talking from a position of the righteous in contrast to these ones who put their hope in counterfeit things, right? And so here he transitions. This is what I'm seeing. But they, so he's speaking to the ungodly, the sinners, they counted our meaning the righteous, they counted our life a pastime. And they, in our time here, they believed our time here was for market, for gain. This is what he said. They believed that we were put here to be for gain for them. For they say to themselves, we must be getting every way, and it be by very evil means. For this man that of earthly matter maketh bridal vessels and graven image knoweth himself to offend above all others. And all the enemies of thy people that hold them in subjection are most foolish and are more miserable than very babes. Yeah, why would they be more miserable than babes? Well, babes, that's a stage of growth that's extremely vulnerable. You are totally reliant on your parents for nurturing, for movement. You think of all that. So I can see why he would use that. They're more miserable than babes, right? Because this is a soul in a vessel. The soul, yeah, is being, what did it say before? It's being what? Suppressed by the corruptible vessel. So, this is why they say, oh, you should be mourning when you come into this world. You should be mourning, right? And then when you leave, you should be rejoiced because you're leaving this vessel and now you're no longer bound by this vessel. Yeah, but it's for learning. Yeah, it's for the contrast to see how resilient, how immortal your soul is, because you don't allow these physical material things to depress you as it would somebody else. So for they counted all the idols of the heathen to be gods. Yeah, so they looked up to these ones that worship things outside of themselves, which neither have the use of eyes to see, nor noses to draw breath. Like you, as a human, you have eyes, you have a nose, you have ears to hear, you have fingers and hands, yet you put your hope in a graven image, something that you created outside of yourself. This is what you trust in? Nigga, you got more faculties than this motherfucking thing right here. And yet you squander yourself for the fucking thing that is beneath you. Yeah, not godly at all, right? That's not godly. You acting like a peasant. That's not godly. A godly person, a person who sees themselves made in the image of God, does not subject itself to its creativity. Just like God doesn't subject itself to us. Like, no, I'm God. You come from me. Order here. Order in the court. Order in the spiritual court. Motherfuckers is out of order. You got shit out of order, man. For man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. But no man can make a God like unto himself. And this is what they trying to do with AI, right? They trying real hard. It's so sad. You can pour so much into yourself and become this epic. Yeah. Imagine they say all these keys that we have to unlock, that we're not using the full capacity of our brain and all this other stuff they talk about. But yet you want to put your all into a robot. You don't want to work on yourself, though. You don't want to unlock these keys in yourself to become this. Yet the robot couldn't even touch what you can become. Yeah, when you release all this shit that's creating barriers to your divinity. Yeah. For being mortal, he work a dead thing with his wicked hands, for he himself is better than the thing which he worshipped. Yeah. Whoa, did you miss that? He himself is better than the things he worships. Who gonna get mad at that? That's like a parent telling you, don't worry about those grades. Don't worry about those grades. Don't worry about losing in that game that you lost in with your team. Don't worry about that, because you're better than that. You're better than that. This is the Most High telling people pretty much through this vessel that's allowing himself to be of high vibration, to bring forth this knowledge and share it and say, for he himself is better than the things he worship. Who can get mad at that when a God tells you you're better than the things you worship? Why are you mad at me telling you you are better than the things you fucking created? You are better than that. Why are you putting your value into the things you created? You created it. That makes you valuable. You're the value. These things wouldn't exist without you, just like you wouldn't exist without me. Get into your Godhead. Get into your godliness. That's what it means to be godly. Reign in your mind. Know that you are the king and queen of your vessel. Stop allowing the things outside of you, things that other people created, by the way, to rule you. Why would you get mad at a God telling you? Why would you get mad at Source telling you you are better than what you create? You gotta be lost to get mad at somebody telling you you're better than that car. You're better than that house. You better than them clothes. You better than the food you put in your mouth. You better than that water. I created you. Yeah, I created you. How dare you frown upon my creation? I created you. What you saying about me? What you saying about me? You saying what you trying to say? What you trying to say about me? Yeah, because I know I am that I am. I know I'm all that there is. I know. So I can't deny myself. I can't deny myself in you. You're going to always hear this. I'm going to always say this. You better than all this. You better than this. You better than this. You better than all this shit. You better than them feelings. You better than those emotions. Stop letting that shit control you. You better than that. I gave you faculties to govern. You're better than that. You can do it. But there is a order here so you get the satisfaction. I cannot give this to you. I will spoil you if I do that. You won't understand what it is that I'm trying to share with you. You tap in, you work this out, and you're going to understand what I'm saying. Just like a parent whose wife doesn't give their kids everything because that child is going to be spoiled. They're not going to have any sense of satisfaction. The men don't get satisfaction from women opening their fucking legs, fucking the shit out of them. They hate you for that. They're not going to admit it because they're children in spirit. I'm going to say it because I'm an elder. They hate you for that. They hate that you big them up in their immaturity. That's why I shared that song from George Michael. Because even as much as y'all want to talk about that mother being homosexual, he was in tune with his fucking emotions. Yeah? Why do you want a little boy like me? Why are you giving me so much acknowledgement and validation when I didn't work for anything? You're stifling me. Yeah? I need you to stand 10 toes down, woman. Yeah? Stop giving me what I want. It's making me a loser out here. Yeah? That's what their heart is saying. They ain't gonna acknowledge it. I'm gonna tell you what it is. This is why there's so much violence. Because they're not feeling their true masculinity. They want to be strong. They want to be powerful. But if you just handing shit to the government, hands shit to them, the patriarchy hands shit to them, they don't have to work for shit. And then they get mad at us when we come out here and we do things with our hands and they looking like, what the fuck? I'm supposed to be the man, not you. Because it's false. It's a false setup. The reason why we're so strong as women is because we're the beginning. They lied to you. And especially a black woman, we've always had to work for what we want. So I cannot suppress my strength for you to feel bigger. You're going to hate me for that. You're going to hate me for that because it's false. You got a false sense of power. If you got to stifle me and suppress me in order to feel bigger, you got a fiat power. You don't got divine power. You don't got power of God backing you at all because you didn't tap in. You're requiring me to be something that I'm not in order for you to feel bigger. That's outside of you. That's not power. That's outside of you. Yeah? Don't be scared. Understand you were spoiled. Understand you're not going to hear this from a karmic feminine. You're not going to hear this from a woman who requires your validation because she's going to give you what you want just so that you can be there with her. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you let her, she would do that. And then she would cheat on you because she ain't getting no satisfaction from you giving her what she wants. Then you got to come up with these stupid ass fucking rituals and shit where you're doing orgies and all types of shit, trying to find satisfaction because you're trying to take shortcuts to divinity. That's what's happening. So now she's going deeper. How deep can you go? Yeah, the abyss is the abyss, bitch. It can get deeper. The ignorance, the evil, it can get deeper. It can get deeper. It can get deeper. That's what you're seeing. It can get deeper. So you lie to yourself in your relationship. You don't get along. You don't like each other. You know that you're not operating in your power. Then what you do? You bring another person in the shit. Oh, let's do swinging. Let's swing. Oh, let's swing. Let's switch out couples and maybe that'll bring us some sort of satisfaction. Oh, maybe you bring drugs in. Let's get the drugs. Yeah, this is what y'all doing. You're finding shortcuts. And then you wonder why you're not satisfied because you don't know discipline. You don't know spiritual discipline to get satisfied from a work that you do within yourself to see your strength, to see your resilience, to see your power. You have everything handed to you. And then you wonder why you're spoiled. You wonder why you're looking at the next person's hand, wondering, why can't I have that? I want that for myself. You go out, you steal, you take. You murder. You do whatever it takes to take something that you feel within yourself that you cannot cultivate. Why? Because you don't make necessary steps. You don't take the necessary steps to have those experiences where you learn of your power within. Right? That's what it is. Yeah? We know what it is. You're not fooling those who've done the work and are continuing to do. You're not fooling us. This is what it means to have wisdom. We have discernment. We can see. We have eyes to see, ears to hear. We see you. You're not hiding. That's what God wants for all of us. But you counted evil, right? You call good evil and you call evil good. And you wonder why you're dissatisfied. Because you swear on God that you got the answers and your actions are completely showing you do not. Because you don't have these fruits. You don't have these fruits of the Spirit. Yeah, be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Yeah, this is not to scare nobody. This is not to belittle people. It's to show you this is how passionate the Most High is, because the Most High cannot deny itself. It cannot deny itself. You bashing who you are is a slap in the face to the fucking Creator, as to say the Creator don't know what the fuck it's doing. Then if you believe the Creator don't know what it's doing, I can understand your plight because you completely feel lost. If you believe your Creator don't know what the fuck it's doing, then what the fuck is the purpose of your life then, bitch? Shit, I can understand why you going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs out here, don't know where you going, coming or going, just, yeah, headstrong, forward in everything. I can understand. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, when you even believe the Creator that created you, you think that the Creator is beneath you. What fucking hope do you have then, bitch? What hope do you have? Shit, I can understand why you out here doing all the shit you doing. It makes sense. Yeah, you don't know your maker. You don't know your fucking maker. Yeah, that's what it says here. For as much as he knew not his maker, and him that inspired into him an active soul and breathed a living spirit. But they counted our life as a pastime and our time here as a market for gain. And boy, didn't they fucking find out. That was the last, that was the least of our purpose, is to be your fucking game, bitch. I tell you that right now. I surprise, surprise. Yeah, the hell with that. Yeah. For man made them, and he that borrowed his own spirit fashioned them. But no man can make a god like unto himself, for being mortal, he worketh a dead thing with his wicked hands. For he himself is better than he lived once, but they never. Yea, they worship those beasts also that are most hateful, for being compared together. Some are worse than others, neither are they beautiful so much as to be desired in respect of the beast. But they went without the praise of God and his blessing. Therefore, by the like were they punished worthily, and by the multitude of beasts tormented. Instead of which punishment dealeth graciously with thine own people, thou preparest for them a meat of a strange taste, even quails to stir up their appetite, to the end that they, desiring food, might for the ugly sight of the beast sent among them, lo, even that which they must needs desire. But these, suffering penury for a short space, might be made partakers of a strange taste. For it was required that upon them exercising tyranny should come penury, when they could not avoid, but to these it should only be showed how their enemies were tormented. Right. If I'm understanding this right, that's what I'm saying. Like, before our eyes are opened, before we are awakened to this divine order, this divine intelligence, before we come into all that, we believe that what we were seeing was advantage over us. But when we come in and we get our eyes open, we get this wisdom, we start to see these motherfuckers is tormented. They are in a curse. Their behavior and the way they move, the way they operate on a daily basis in their organizations and their cliques and all this stuff, they are tormented. Their behavior speaks of one who is absent of God's blessings, absent of correction. Because a child that has good parents gets corrected. A child that has loving parents gets corrected because that parent wants that child to grow and learn from their mistakes. Yeah, but when you have these who are out here, boasting in pretty much orphanage and being left to their own devices and therefore bearing these corruptible fruits and attitudes and matter of life in which they operate, you can see they're not connected. Because if they were connected, they would be able to commune with you and understand what the fuck you're talking about. And this is why the master teacher said, oh, you are of your father, the devil. That's why you don't hear me. We're not brother and sister. You're not of this fold. Who I'm speaking to. I got complete strangers coming up to me, asking me questions and trying to get understanding. But you attack me. Oh, I see. You're of your father, the devil. Yeah. It's a discernment. Like I said, semantics, labels. All I know, it means you're different. You're not in tune. You're not tapped in. You don't hear what I'm saying because you're just not there. Yeah. And because this is so real for us, this is so understanding for us, we can't deny ourselves just like God. We're stepping into that godliness. Even as God can't deny itself, and it's allowed us to understand our godliness, so where we can't deny ourselves, even if motherfuckers want to sit here and try to act like we ain't connected, they can think that all day long, but bitch, we gonna bear the fruit. We bear the fruit. We bear the fruit. We bear the wisdom, the understanding. We can articulate this. We understand what the fuck is going on. We're not confused. We see it for what it is. But like I said, if it wasn't for all this. You wouldn't even see, if it wasn't for the awakening, you wouldn't even see that these motherfuckers are tormented. They're in a loop. They're looping. They're looping. This is why they constantly do stuff over and over again. And then they get mad at you when you break the mold. When you're awakened, you break the mold. It's like taking the red pill, blue, whatever they did on the maid. You broke the mold. You're not in this routine. You're not in this routine of living. And because that's a pattern, even if they're ignorant, they can pick up on the fact that you're not following this pattern. And like they show in the Matrix with the ops, that's what they end up becoming. They become ops, attacking you for their order. Yeah, they're attacking you because they feel like you're out of order based on their ignorance. Meanwhile, we know they're being tormented and they're in the fucking loop. And they can't see it. Yeah. Yeah, because really, if they had the truth, if they had the answer, you think they would be attacking you? We have the truth and we're not even attacking them. We're not even trying to make them do anything. They come into our energy. They tried to come into our energy and make themselves relevant in our lives. But you notice, if they had the truth, why they come into attack us? If you had the truth so much, wouldn't you be in the same energy that we're in right now, where you're sustained, you're sufficient, you're satisfied, where you ain't got to prove shit to nobody? You got to prove shit. That should be a red flag. That you got to come out here and you got to literally commit global genocide to get people to fucking believe in what you want to believe. That's the only way it worked. Because you ain't operating in no divine power. You got to force people to like you. And like I said, on that team, there's no loyalty, because there's no loyalty amongst thieves. You had to steal people's energy. You had to steal people into your fold. You had to steal people. You had to threaten them. You had to threaten them with life threats and I'm going to ruin your life. And you got to fuck with their paycheck and you got to take taxes from them and you got to do all this shit. You got to force them. Yeah, because you ain't got no power. Yeah. For when the horrible fierceness of the beast came upon thee and they perished, with the sting of crooked serpents, they wrath endured not forever. Yeah, their wrath is temporary. Yeah, they going back to the soil from which they came. Yeah. Yeah, it's temporary. Yeah. Especially because we know how, if you are made in God's image and you're supposed to govern your body and your faculties, you're the CEO, of your body. So if these people are not in alignment with the divine, that means they're causing adverse effects within their faculties. That means all the diseases they really want to liken to shit outside of themselves is a fucking lie. It's coming from within. It's coming from within. So their wrath ain't going to endure forever, because their wrath is going to lead to death. Their wrath is going to lead to cancer. Yeah, ovary cysts, tumors. All types of shit. You're going to see. Yeah, people don't want to acknowledge this, but this is what happens. I'm telling you, even in my body right now, I feel healing. I see. You know what? I'm not even going to go into that. I know what I know. You just going to watch. Yeah. But they were troubled for a small season, us, that they might be admonished, having a sign of salvation to put them in remembrance of the commandment of thy law. For he that turned himself towards it was not saved by the thing that he saw, but by thee. And thou art the Savior of all. And in this thou madest thine enemies confess that it is thou who deliverest from all evil. For that is for them the bitings of the grasshoppers and flies killed, neither was there found any remedy for their life, for they were worthy to be punished by such. What is this? I guess that was it. But thy sons, not the very teeth of venomous dragons, overcame, for thy mercy was by them and healed them. For they were pricked that they should remember thy words, and were quickly saved, that not falling into deep forgetfulness, they might be continually mindful of thy goodness. For it is neither herb nor mollifying plaister that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which heal all things. For thou hast power of life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell and bringest up again. A man indeed killeth through his malice, and the spirit, when it is gone forth, returneth not, neither the soul receive it up coming again. But it is not possible to escape your hand. For the ungodly that denied to know you were scourged by the strength of your arm, with strange rains, hails, and showers, where they persecuted that they could not avoid, and through fire were they consumed. For which is most to be wondered at, the fire had more force than the water that quenches all things, for the world fighteth for the righteous. For some time the flame was mitigated, that it might not burn up the beasts that were sent against the ungodly, but themselves might see and perceive that they were persecuted with the judgment of God. And at another time it burneth even in the midst of the water above the power of the fire, and it might be destroyed the fruits of an unjust hand or unjust land, instead whereof thou feddest thine own people with angels' food, and didn't send them from heaven bread prepared without their labor, able to content every man's delight, and agreeing to every taste. For thy sustenance, declare thy sweetness unto thy children, and serving to the appetite of the eater, tempered itself to every man's liking, but snow and ice endured the fire and melted not, that they might know that the fire burning in the hail and sparkling in the rain did destroy the fruits of the enemies. Yeah, I'm just hearing here that, again, when you observe the elements, when you observe things that happen, there are certain things that happen a particular way that allow us to see it's not just nature. There is a divine order behind this to get people's attention, to help them to see, because what typically the mind of man, the corrupt mind of man will do, he'll be like, the reason why you're alive is because you ate this, or the reason why, So certain things happen within our lives to like pretty much cut off any, any doubt as to how we are sustained, right? It's just like I said, I'm thinking of 50 Cent. Like 50 Cent got shot. Didn't he get shot in the head or just shot in the chest? Whatever. He got shot multiple times, right? This is like, and then like Kanye, there's certain things that happen to allow us to know it wasn't a motherfucker's time. Yeah, because you can have like I said, you can have a mere person walking down the street and a branch from a tree hit them on the head the right way and they out of this bitch. You gotta know it's not just this, if you don't eat, you die. If you don't eat this proper food, you die. If you don't go work out 3 times a week, you die. Like, you gotta know it's beyond this. It's beyond this. Like, there is a sustainer of life. When it is your time, nigga, I'm gonna tell you nothing. I don't give a fuck if you go to the gym every day, if you take your supplements, multivitamins. If your time to go, nigga, it's time to go. It's time to go. That's why I said you care too much about this outward thing, not understanding really a lot of stuff that happens to us in this life could have been from a past life, and karma. So your time could be cut, what you call a cut, because it's perception, right? Could be cut short in this life because of something you did in a past life. So if you start understanding this, you'll start putting your energy to that which is within, that clears that karmic debt out that you thought you was going to get away with because you just, you did it in this life and you transition and now you got a new life and you think this shit didn't carry over. And so you thinking because you got a new life, I have an opportunity to live to 120 because all I need to do is eat a healthy diet. No, you might have some karma that's going to take you out anyway because you did such and such and such to certain people and other things or whatever. Yeah, you about to go through some stuff this lifetime to clear that up. Yeah. So like I said, it'll go back to not focusing on the outward, focusing on the inward to clear up the shit that really matters and carries over into the next lifetime. Yeah. And that's where motherfuckers, I feel like, is getting tripped up. They're getting tripped up in that. Because when you worried about the outward appearance, you're not really clearing any karmic debt. You putting on a show. You putting on a costume. Yeah, you trying to cover shit up. The reason why you got so much hate and animosity towards people is because you didn't clear certain things up in yourself to understand what's truly going on. And as long as you try to ignore that, you carry that over lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime until you get the lesson. And like I said, God is so loving that you don't even get to make us suffer. The ones that learning the lessons, you don't even get to make us suffer with you. Because when we get the lesson, we get to move on. Yeah, when we get the lesson, we get to move on. You don't get to connect with us anymore. You might have connected to us in the life, a past life, but now that we on clear ship, we probably never see you again. Yeah, and again, we understand you being tormented. You in a loop. You're in a loop. You ain't in a loop. Huh? What was it? But this again did even forget his own strength, that the righteous might be nourished. For the creature that serveth thee, who art the maker, increases his strength against the unrighteous for their punishment. Yeah, and abateth his strength for the benefit of such as put their trust in you. Right? Yeah, I said it. God ain't cracking open no sky. God ain't coming down or wherever you think he coming from. He ain't coming nowhere. He ain't doing none of that. It's gonna be through the people. It's gonna be through. We are extensions. Everything is an extension of the creator. So if you happen to want to be a vessel to dishonor, like they said, if you want to be a vessel of dishonor, that's your choice. And that's what you're going to be. But for those who are leveling up, it's like they're going to be the punishment of God to those who don't want to hear God directly. You're going to see it through us. By our lifestyle, it's almost going to be a punishment to you because you're not going to like the contrast. You're not going to like the contrast of us living upright and just and peaceful and knowledgeable and wise. You're not going to like none of it, but it's going to be a punishment unto you because it's showing you something that you need to correct. So we're a punishment unto you. That's why you don't like us. You don't understand it, but that's why you don't like us. Our light is bearing forth, it's shining light on your ignorance. And a lot of folks don't like that because they're so used to getting this fiat encouragement and stupidity. Yeah, getting patted on the back for stupidity. And now that the Most High is able to show itself through us because of our level up, that power is being able to be distributed through us. That light is getting stronger and stronger in us. Yeah, it's setting forth contrast between the ones that don't want to do that. Period. Yeah, period. It is what it is. All in all, right? All in all. Therefore, even then was it altered into all fashion, and was obedient to thy grace that nourisheth all things according to the desire of them that had need, that thy children, O Lord, whom thou lovest, might know that it is not the growing of fruits that nourish man, but that it is thy word which preserves them that put their trust in you. Yeah. They starting to see, they see, especially us that come from poverty, they see this. Yeah. Bitch, we was drinking I've drank tap water. I remember growing, we drink right out the sink. I drink tap water, bitch. I've been out in the woods, bitch, all types of shit. And I'm still here. You got motherfuckers that can't even eat peanut butter without fucking getting attacked. Yeah. It's sad. Yeah, but they swear on God that their riches is protecting them, but they becoming more and more fragile. You see that? They're becoming more and more fragile, more and more fearful, more and more organized in the sense they don't have any liberty to just be. Everything's got to be, you got to, yeah, now you putting on the mask, bitch, you're going to be wearing gas masks next. Yeah, hazmat suits. You're just going to come out with white hazmat suits. Looking like the motherfuckers that actually work for that. You're going to be looking, every citizen going to come out looking like that. It's just getting fragile, more fragile. It's the manifestation in the physical is bearing witness to their spiritual capacity. It's very fragile. Very fragile. But look at us. We came from nothing. We came from the pits of hell on this fucking planet. Was fed government cheese, bitch. Yeah, I'm a child of government cheese, government welfare. Yeah. Out here shining brighter than motherfuckers that had way more material wealth from their parents than my mother could have ever gave me. And I'm shining brighter than a motherfucking diamond. Yeah. Brighter than a motherfucking diamond. So much so I got motherfuckers I don't even know watching me.
No.
Yeah. That's what it do. And that's to show. Yeah. When that covering is over your life. When that covering is over your life, ain't nothing nobody can do without it. Because that's what we learn. We learn through these oppositions, through this oppression, we learn how to trust in source. We had no choice but to trust in source. Because when motherfuckers was kicking us out of spaces, what did we have to do? We had to go within. It built us. It built us. When motherfuckers said, no, you not worthy, you ugly, you don't fit the part, you're not smart enough, what do? Go within. We couldn't turn no to nobody. Everybody's turned against us. Yeah. Majority of people is turned against us. All because of somebody else's outlook and them buying their loyalty. Yeah, they bought their loyalty. They bought other people's loyalty. They didn't earn that. They bought it by way of fear tactics and threatening people's lives. That's where they come from. And the generation, the babies today, what I call babies, I say babies because these are offspring of generations past. They don't remember what their ancestors endured to be in this position of believing this motherfucker, yeah, that bought them, that bought their loyalty. Yeah. They're so enthralled with the material wealth that they don't even understand that they've become pawns. Yeah, by way of fiat. Yeah. Fiat. Yeah, fiat. And so they carry the same animosity towards us that their masters do. Yeah. Thinking that they're partners. Yeah. These motherfuckers think they're partners. You know these motherfuckers ain't got no loyalty. Look what they did to our ancestors. You think they got loyalty? Loyalty to what? To themselves? They ain't even loyal to themselves. Cause how can you make deals and then renege it and then feel good about yourself? You're not a man of your word. People worked with you because they thought you was a man of your word. And then you created lies and contracts and all types of stuff to hide your motives. And then you got people believing that you're going to keep the same fucking promises that you broke with our ancestors with them. That's the funny part. Really? Is that how it works? People who show a lack of integrity, all of a sudden going to put on integrity now and be integritous towards other people? Yeah, okay. Make it make sense. But yeah, through all that oppression, through all that backbiting, defamation of people's character and shit, what did it make us do? It made us turn within. Yeah, it did. It made us turn within because we felt like we ain't had nobody. And that's exactly what the Most High, where the Most High wanted to get us. Back to itself. Yeah. This is where you was always supposed to be. Yeah. I was hoping that contrast from these who are not joined to me would allow you to see what you was missing. See? They not gonna see you how I see you. You can't put your trust in man. Yeah? Unless you giving him what he want and spoiling him. Yeah. Which is, yeah, it's gonna backfire on him anyway. That's the only way it's gonna work. And you know that didn't settle right with you because you mine. You know that's not true. That's not how it works. You know that's not where your freedom lies. You know that's where your peace don't lie. You know it won't work. You know oppressing your true authenticity, it's not gonna work. It's death. It feel like death to you. That's death. And so they don't get it because they're not connected. They call what you consider death, they would think is life. And for you, it was death. It was death. It was death. It felt like death. Like, yeah. And then for the life of other motherfuckers, they couldn't get why you couldn't just get with the program. Just get with the program. Just give us what we want. Just do what we tell you to do. And for the life, you keep bucking. You keep bucking. You'll take some. You'll try to work together, and then what happens? You realize that you're being suppressed again, and you fell for the okie doke. Yeah, that it was a setup. Yeah, just hiding the same fucking motives, packaged differently to get you on board to do something that you don't want to do. And so that's what I'm saying. It all worked out. It all worked out. For myself, I can speak for myself. And I know my brothers and sisters are going through this too. But I can speak for myself and say that was my experience. That I can look at the violence from others as the Most High's way of showing me that there is no other way to live. Yeah, there's no other way to live. Like it's gonna be so unfulfilling. The way you're designed, it's gonna be so unfulfilling. You can try to act like them all you want. It's not gonna work. I didn't build you like that. I didn't build you like that, and you know it. And so when I finally accepted that and got comfortable with my own company and just allow wisdom to come in and for her to become my best friend, for her for me to let her know that she's welcomed in my space, that I'll get rid of anybody. I'll get rid of anybody if that means I had to lose her. Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah. If I had to lose this, because this is what this is what helps me to be a responsible mother. This is what helps me to be a responsible employee. This is what helps me to not, become like other people and mirror their attitude towards me. It's wisdom. This is my best friend. This is my spouse. Yeah. Truly. I have no other source. I have no other source on this planet. Yeah, I love my mother. I know her and my father made certain decisions to bring me here. It is what it is, but I just know I don't have any other source other than my ancestors and this relationship with the divine. That's what it is. And it's brought me so much clarity of mind, joy, and peace that I cannot. It's uncomparable to what I experienced outside of this. To be surrounded by people, to be surrounded by family, to have a mother that was constantly telling me how great I was, and it wasn't enough. Yeah, it wasn't enough. It didn't hit like this. Yeah, it didn't hit like this. To have other people believe in me and say, hey, you're doing great. And it still didn't resonate. Because there was certain things, certain lessons I had to get within myself to come to get this satisfaction that I feel today. Nobody could give that to me. That's a shortcut. Nobody could give it to me. I have to experience. I had to experience and make certain choices for myself to understand the power that lied within me. I had to.